How to teach your dog to back up. Step 1 is the setup.
So you're gonna wanna have something for you to sit on, like a chair. I'm using a climb just because I don't have any chairs down here. But you wanna have something where you'll be sitting and you'll be kind of raised up a little bit. And then you wanna have some kind of a gate. I'm using an X pen, but you can use a baby gate, anything to act as a little barrier to create your little channel in here. I also set it up against a wall so that it creates a nice channel. So then you want to also have a foot target. So this is a little folded up cushion. You want to make sure it's a different texture than the flooring. So the flooring in here is a non-slip gym matting. So I'm using a soft cushion, so it's a totally different texture. And you can see the setup here. So you'll have your chair or whatever you're gonna sit up on, and then a little bit of space, just enough space for your dog to stand in between you and the cushion. And then you wanna have your cushion or whatever you're using as a target, a wall, and a gate. And this is how we're gonna start to teach a backup.
A few more tips. Make sure your channel is just wide enough for your dog. You don't want it too wide where they can turn around. Your foot target should be about one body length away from their chair to start. This will make sense in a second. To get started, sit in the chair, making sure your clicker and treats are ready to go. Call your dog towards you. As soon as their back feet are on the target, click and feed them a treat. Next, place a treat underneath your chair so that your dog has to duck their head to get it. In order for your dog to get out from under the chair, they'll need to back up a little bit. As soon as they do, click and feed them another treat. This is why you want to make sure your foot target is only one body length away from the chair. Your dog's back feet should be able to hit the target as soon as they shift their weight backwards to get out from under the chair. At this stage, your dog should only back up a step or two, no more than that. This should form a nice loop of your dog reaching under the chair to get the treat, backing up, clicking and feeding, then putting another treat under the chair, and repeat. If your dog sits like this, simply toss a treat out of the chute and start back from the beginning, luring them over the target and clicking as soon as their back feet touch it. The reason we're double treating at this stage, feeding the dog a treat while they're on the target, and then putting another under the chair, is so the dog learns to back up all the way to the target and not stop short of it. This makes it much easier to get more distance as you go. Next step, move the target slightly farther back so your dog will now have to back up a little farther to reach it. Start back from the beginning again, luring your dog forward over the target and clicking as soon as their feet touch it. Then put another treat under the chair and repeat. Next step, very gradually move the target farther and farther back, only a little bit at a time. At this stage, your dog might be too far away for you to reach them, so you can toss them the treat, trying to aim for between their front feet instead of feeding it by hand. If your dog gets frustrated, just reset them by tossing a treat out of the chute and starting again from the beginning. If they continue to appear frustrated, you may have made it too difficult too quickly and need to back up a step or two and make it easier for them again. This takes a lot of practice. Don't rush it. Next, start adding a verbal cue. I call this beep, but you can call it whatever you'd like. Say your verbal cue right before your dog begins to back up.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
Once your dog is consistently backing up and hitting the target, you can get rid of the double reward. Don't give them a treat while they're on the target, just drop a treat under the chair.
Beep. Beep.
Next, start to fade out the chute by removing your gate or X pen so it's partially out of the way. I usually start by moving the end that's closest to me first.
Beep. 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 Beep.
Continue to gradually fade the chute away until you no longer need any kind of gate or X pen for your dog to back up. Stay close to the wall for now so your dog keeps building muscle memory to back up straight. Remember to only increase the difficulty of one aspect at a time. I work on fading out the chute first and then moving the target farther back, but you may choose to move the target first and then fade the chute. Just don't do both at the same time.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
With lots of practice and patience, your dog will eventually be able to back up a significant distance from you without the aid of a chute or a target.
Beep. 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 Beep.